Hey, good evening, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome and thank you for joining me this evening on the Late One Spills. Okay, well, ladies and gentlemen, good evening and good evening. I'm on a live. Let's see if I can get this. Come on. Hey, Norman, good evening. Well, I'm actually just coming on here tonight just to update the gentle people of the great things that are happening in this world, great things which are happening in this world. Um, this morning, or I think it was yesterday, I was out in the park and we're talking about how one of the things about life is that, let me just turn this off. One of the things about life is that, you know, I talk about narratives a lot. Narratives a lot is something which is very important, very crucial. Narratives which we tend to take on board, narratives which we tend to, spew out, narratives that we take in and that we put out. But I've got this great philosophy now that it's so important that we actually, what we need to do? We need to actually create our own narratives, right? And that is something which may seem to be a regular broken recorded tape which keep going around and around and around. But I think it is so important that we actually, you know, create our own narratives. Blessed even to you, Norman Gordon. Blessed, blessed, blessed. You know, and how are things like? How are things in this world? How are things in this world? Because sometimes I believe that people uh, don't know sometimes who to talk to. People sometimes don't know who to trust. People sometimes suffer in silence. Um, People are anxious. People are dismayed. But at the same time, people are also hopeful. Yes, people are hopeful. People are believing that great things are going to happen. You know, and I strongly believe that great things are going to happen. Totally, that great things are going to happen because I don't follow the narrative, and we cannot afford to follow the narrative. I challenge myself this morning, and I put it out there to say, don't touch the news, don't listen to the news, don't even dare go there and see what happens. I heard someone that was putting around this video with this little girl talking about saying that um, if you do not listen to the news, then nothing really is happening. I couldn't agree with that. I could not agree with that. But there's a saying that if a tree fall in the forest and no one hear the tree, no one hear the tree, did it make a sound? Right? If a tree falls into the forest and no one hear the sound of the tree falling, did it make a sound? Did it make a sound? There are facts and there are superstition and there's reality. So when I listened to the video of the little girl was saying that there's no, if you don't listen to the news, then nothing is happening really. I say, nah, because you know what? When Marcus Garvey and these guys were going around Black Star Liner, um, they actually had limited resources that like what we have now. They never had social media, they never had internet, they never had television, they never had all these things that could move things quickly. I think they had maybe little things like telegram and writings. And Marcus Garvey had to use those sort of means in order to, you know, communicate to the wider community, communicate as much as possible. He had to use those things, right? So facts are facts, reality is reality at the same time. But just because they are facts and they are reality, that doesn't mean to say we have to run that same course. We can actually navigate and change course at the same time. And I'm talking about the whole aspect of where we are now. Where we are now with COVID, where we are now with job for jobs, where we are now with American and South Africa, and the what do you call it, the zombification, the pandemic, or whatever we call it. We've got to think about these things. We've got to think about this. So I said, yeah, what's your thoughts? What's your thoughts? And I'm just doing this because one of the reasons why I'm doing this show as well is I'm doing a little testing. I'm going to have to listen to this back, because there's some glitches. So I said, let me just come on and just do a quick little rap session. And if anybody want to come on, Norman Gordon, if you want to even come on and tell about your book, you can do that as well, because I'm just opening up. If you want to do that, let me know, and I can actually send you the link as well, where you can actually tap into the discussion as much as possible, But hey, something else which has happened, which I'm more than likely going to talk about tomorrow. Barbados have shunned the Queen, shunned the Queen, and Barbados has said, now we are a republic. We are a republic, and we've got our own national heroine, Rihanna. Shine like a diamond, shine like a diamond. And ladies and gentlemen, only thing I've got to say about that is kudos to Barbados, kudos to Rihanna, and many people making comparisons to Jamaica. Whenever Jamaica is ready, you just do it as well, but don't run. Don't just follow fashion. They say follow fashion dog, never drink good soup. That's what they say all the while. Dino Carcina, the herd mentality is easy to create based on our malleable programming, and that is so correct. The herd. And it's so interesting that Dean says the herd mentality, because the herd mentality, when they said herd, and they said talk about herd, what was that word again? When they were trying to get everybody to actually line up and everybody to actually get all the different herd immunity. Herd. It's like people are actually like sheep. People are like cattle. People are like in a pasture. And people are just gazoom, just following. That's why I call it the zombification, zombify as much as possible. And nothing is wrong with people to say these things. Nothing is wrong with people saying these things. Nothing is wrong with people actually having that thought process to say, what Dean, I'm going to come to you. Somebody sent me this today, and this was really powerful. Where is it? The guy said, people ask, what is the true meaning of zombie? And a well-less and speechless human, as in voodoo belief and in fictional stories, held to have died and been supernaturally reanimated. It's supernatural power that, according to voodoo belief, may enter in and reanimate a body. Persons held to resemble the so-called walking dead, especially automation, the walking dead, the automaton, people like zombies, walking dead, Baba Master says that, and everybody's now following Baba Master, zombification, walking but dead in will, soulless. Yes. And in regard to why the zombies feed on brains, the closest we ever come to an official explanation is a quote from Return of the Living Dead writing director Dan Oban, who suggested that the undead felt the need to feed on the brains of the recently living because it somehow made them feel better by eating. They tend to have disgusting looking teeth and lots of dead skin. Consensus zombies have only one weak spot, the brain. You must attack the brain. There's no other way to bring them down. You attack the brain. Zombies are afraid of fire. So you would definitely want some fireworks with you, produce lots of bang and fizzle, You know what I'm trying to say? Zombified. So therefore, we've got to be fire as much as possible. Long live the Bajan Republic, and may the other Caribbean islands follow suit to explore their true sovereignty. You know, science stands up to 360 degrees of scrutiny. You can't say don't challenge the narrative and call it science. Saying science isn't science. Got to challenge every single narrative as much as possible. Because when you see what is happening around us, you just realize that something is wrong and it's not add up and it's a farce. Back to you know, Bajan Republic. Dean, I messaged you today. I've got the UIC president, Mr. Joseph Patterson, coming on Sunday night, and I want to talk to you about something about that. So this Sunday night, I've got the Joseph Patterson UIC. Actually, I think I've got a picture of it as here. Yeah, he's coming on the show. I'm going to have a discussion. Questions I'm going to ask is also, I've got some questions that people have sent in, and questions about the Republic of Jamaica. That is something which I've been talking about for years. My knees from God knows we're in khaki pants. They've been talking about that in regards to the Republic of Jamaica. But every time they talk about the Republic of Jamaica, something always happens. What always happens is that the royals send someone across. And when they send someone across, the last one they sent was Harry. And Harry danced, and all of a sudden it's finished. Nobody was talking about it anymore. The Portia Simpson, the former prime minister, said that she's a queen, you know, and hopefully things were going to happen. But now all of a sudden everybody's going to say it's time to be republic, you know, following Barbados, as we say, follow fashion dog, never drink good soup. But hey, if it is to follow, because Motley is a strong leader, and you know, and that is what is needed so much in the Caribbean at this time. So let me see if I can actually find the flyer with Joseph Patterson, which is coming on this Sunday. I just had a chat to him as well, and he's looking forward to the show. He said he's ready for any questions. No questions are off limit, and just shoot the questions, just shoot the fire, and he's ready. He's ready like Freddie, ladies and gentlemen. He's ready like Freddie to talk about that, and overseas voting, all different works. Let's get it there. Let's get it going, because at the end of the day, you know, we've got to protect yard. We've got to look out for yard, because if we don't look out for yard, who is going to look out for us? Because as you can see, bills are passed. People ready to take away your passports and everything like that. You know, so it's all up to everybody. And I'm saying, I think here is Joseph Patterson. There is the leader of the United Independent Congress, and he's going to be with me this Sunday at 9 p.m. And I think I've got a flyer here. Here's a flyer, and the flyer will go up now in a second. And there is, boom, Joseph Patterson, United Independent Congress. Go talk about crime. Talk about crime. Talk about republic. Talk about what is his vision for Jamaica. You know, talk about what is different about him. People say the JLP and the PNP are almost the same. What is his views? You know, what's his passion? What's his drive? You know, so let's have that discussion there as well. There's a difference between following fashion and following trends that will benefit the people of a nation. Yeah, that's true. Following fashion and following trends. Yeah, you know, the follow fashion. You know, following fashion. Yes, and following trends, but really and truly, this is a fashion to follow, and this is a trend to follow, if anything like that, in regards to what is happening in Barbados. And you know, it is something to be followed, and I believe every Caribbean country need to follow suit. I know some people make comparisons and say, hey, you got Canada, you got Australia, they still have the Queen as a head, and within the Commonwealth they're flourishing. But you can't watch nobody, as far as I'm concerned. You just have to follow yourself, and you've got to, without a doubt, follow, you know, the leading, because I believe that psychologically, mentally, at the same time, the breaking away of the chains does make a difference, and can make wonders, and can release people from the mental shackles of slavery, which is holding people back. Some are free in their minds, and they're ready to go, but some are held back. and held in constraint. And because they're held back in constraint, we cannot somehow ignore that. Everybody's at a different place. And we cannot be not my brother's keeper, not my sister's keeper. We all have to be someone's keeper. We have to look out for each other. One of the things sometimes people used to say to me um, is, why don't I go back to Jamaica? You know? And and I say, yes, I go back to Jamaica. But when I look around me at the same time with children now in this country, and I look around and I see lots of youths, see lots of black people, people like myself, I said, well, if everybody run away, who's going to be looking after the next generation? Because they're not going anywhere. As far as I'm concerned, when I say going anywhere, I mean leaving this country. So therefore, one has got to stay put. That's why you got organizations like ADPAC and so like that, which is creating wonders and creating waves. And I believe that it is very important for persons within the diaspora do have a fundamental role to play at the same time, but we've got to be leaders. We've got to be leaders. We've got to lead from the front, not from the back. Lead from the front. And we've got to be critically analyzing things which are happening. I mean, it's crazy. It's crazy. I mean, when you look at what is happening now, you'd say it is totally crazy. I mean, what do you think? What do you guys think? Is it crazy or go and do that? Go. Everybody's just like, crazy. Take that. Jobs. This is what's going to happen. And you look and say, it doesn't add up. It's just not making sense. But nobody wants to say it. But people are coming out and saying it. Demonstrations all over the world, and it is being hidden. But it is not hidden because the revolution shall not be streamed, or revolution shall be streamed, or shall not be televised or televised. But that's a fact. That's a reality. Just because the tree fell in the forest and no one heard it, did it make a sound? Just because the demonstration take place and it is not streamed, did it happen? Just because people are speaking out and speaking up and you don't hear it, did it happen? Are they speaking? Are those sounds going through? Yes, it is. Facts are facts. Reality is reality. The tree did make a sound in the forest. You just didn't hear it. Guess what? When I'm walking in the in the park in the mornings, one of the things that I see a lot around me is the birds. One of the things that I see around me are the squirrels. Today I was working and from home, and about 7 squirrels in the garden, and they're just having fun, oblivious, didn't know that I was watching them, you know. And when I'm walking in the park, I see all these birds, these insects, running around the place. Hi, Michelle, how are you? Running around the place, and while they're running around the place, what they're actually doing, they're actually living, right? They are hearing things as well. They are out there hearing things. They're out there living their life. They're out there, a part of the process. And you'll be surprised. They may be saying, who is that guy? And then maybe they are saying, oh, it is the guy there that walks with the red shoes all the while. They are having a conversation. Maybe that's why they sing the same song sometimes. LeBron James have COVID and he's fully vaccinated. Oh, there we go. Listen, as far as I'm concerned, everybody, COVID is here, whether you're vaccinated or not, you're still prone to get it. Everybody knows that. I'm no scientist. But one of the things that I don't hear anybody saying, I'm not hearing anybody talking about this, is going to the park, go and run, go and jog, go and eat some good food, eat some fresh food and stuff like that, and take care of your body. Fill up yourself with vitamin D. The sun comes out. The sun will come out tomorrow. The sun will come out. Yes, I've seen the sun in the morning. The sun keeps coming out at time, sneaking through the woods. And when you look, and there it is, shining. The sun is out. And I tell you this, guys. I tell you this, and this is something that you all should do. Perish your thought about everything which is happening around. Perish your thought about everything which is going around in the world. Take a walk in that park. Yes? Take a walk and stop some time on that wooden bench and chill and listen to the birds and listen and watch the squirrels and hear like yesterday I was walking and I saw this something was push. I don't know. Sometimes they have dumping at the dumping at the park as well because I walk very early and I always say to people, don't do this at home. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure it says some dumpy in the park or something like that. But nevertheless, still, but it is so therapeutic. It gives you a perspective of life. It completely transforms your mindset. And when everything is happening all around us, you are so focused that you say, because the natural instincts that persons do, because everybody have been zombified, you know, and with the whole zombification, right, is that they're programmed. That's why you got 6 o'clock news. They're up, they're ready, let's suck it to them. Boom, 6 o'clock news. Everybody's getting it. Bam, 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 bam. Feed them the same whole cool aid, right? But what I do, I don't start it like that. I go to the park where it's natural, do my skipping, do my exercising, and make sure that I somehow, you know, emancipate my mind each day, emancipate myself each morning, set myself in stage, you know, motivate and inspire myself. I'd always say that I motivate and inspire myself. Myself. You got to inspire yourself first, as far as I'm concerned, before you can inspire and motivate any others. That's what I think. I think so, you know. But that's the thing. So, guys, I just wanted to come on and share, and I think I like this. I like this. I think I'll come on every other day or so and just pop in and just have this casual, you know, you know, conversation, share my mind, share my thoughts, those moments, just thinking, think together. We think, we analyze, we zone out to zone in, zone out to zone in, and focus, 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 focus. You know. Bless you, Dean. Michelle. Nature connects you. Nature connects you. Definitely, Norman. Nature definitely connects you. Exactly. When content creators will tell people about health eating, taking your vitamin D3, they shut them down. Well, you know. Well, I'm saying to people, eat health. You know, it's so interesting because if you recall, there was a lot of the healthy eating thing. And you're right, sometimes they shut down these persons with these whole healthy eating factors, those who are actually saying, eat that, eat rich, eat properly. It's not sexy. That is why you have McDonald's, Burger King, and all those guys flourishing, 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 flourishing. Why? Why are they flourishing at a time when health is at the center of everything? Underlying sicknesses. If COVID is going to be here for such a long time, why you have things that breed underlying sickness? Bad food. We all know this food is bad. Because when you get older, when you reach my age, I say you shouldn't do that. You shouldn't do that. You have hypertension, diabetic. Where did that come from? Because of years of feeding yourself bad food. And what is happening now? The children are having the bad food, taking them straight up to the point whereby they come underlying sicknesses, underlying things. Right? Gotta shut it down. So therefore, that's our job. That's my job. That's your job. Where we speak and we encourage, we motivate persons as well to make sure that they do the right thing. Okay? Peace out. God bless you. Respect, Norman. One day you should come on and tell us about your book as well. And you can see it from Ochi. Everybody's from Ocherius. Look out for this Sunday night. Sunday night we'll have Joseph Patterson. There it is. Make sure you tune in to that show. Joseph Patterson is the president of the United Independent Congress. He's going to come and share his thoughts. And if you want to ask a question, what I'm going to do is bring on persons to ask questions to him directly. And he says ready for any question as well, you know. So that is this Sunday night. I keep saying Saturday because I'm thinking about Talk and Sip. Talk and Sip is this. Talk and Sip is this Saturday night at 10 o'clock, 10 to 12. Tomorrow night we have In Review, where we look at some of the top news. We're going to talk about Barbados. We're going to talk about Omicron, you know, as well, and any of the other news which is out there. There's a lady named Baker. There's a lady named Baker from France who got an Heroine Award or acknowledgement. She looks so much like Anita Baker. You need to check it out. She looks like Anita Baker. I wonder if she's related to Anita Baker. Somebody need to check that out if she's related to Anita Baker. You know, she got it when she died, I think. Well, Rihanna got it when she was alive. You know, give the roses while they live. The government have their agenda. They don't want people who used to tell people about vitamins and healthy eats messing up their program, so they're gonna shut it down. Well, what we can do, we can still eat, but at the same time, the food that we eat sometimes is all messed up as well. So therefore, what do we do? What do we do? Well, you know, you have your garden in your backyard. Go back to the original. The way things are, it goes back. Things were, but you know, things were in the past, going all the way back again. You know, guys, listen. Take care of yourself. Peace out, and God bless you.